Welcome back to the Rev It Up podcast. I'm sitting here with Bradley Munkel. Bradley Munkel's a young hot shoe from Lime Springs, Iowa. He's joining us on the Rev It Up podcast. Bradley, what do you have to say for the folks here?
How's it going, everybody? Thanks for having me on, Cade.
We're here with Bradley, but before we get into that, we need to get to the business of letting everybody know about Cresco Speedway. Cresco Speedway is coming up here racing in just a few weeks here on June 4th, where they'll race all weekly classes, USRA tuners, Eco mods, USRA B mods, USRA hobby stocks, USRA stock cars, and I believe that's it. Did I miss any, Brad?
I don't think so.
And then they'll have the first night of the Mighty Howard County Fair on June 24th, the Blue Ribbon Classic that pays $1,000 to win for the USRA B mods, $1,000 to win for the USRA stock cars, and $1,000 to win for the USRA hobby stocks on June 25th. And on September 6th, the Tri-State Late Models invade Cresco Speedway along with the USRA Modifieds. Bradley, getting back to the June 25th race, how big is it paying $1,000 to win for a USRA B mods?
I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, most of our weekly shows around here are only like $350. So, with how much these cars cost to race and put together and own, I mean, to have a little bit more money in the purse is always great.
So at this time, Rev It Up would like you to like the video and share the video to your friends and subscribe to Rev It Up. And Bradley, would you like to give a shout out to your Facebook page?
Yeah, I just made a Facebook page where you can follow along with what I'm doing. Bradley Munkel Racing on Facebook. Hopefully try to keep everyone updated on what I'm doing, where I'm going, how I did. Thank some sponsors on there and whatever I can do to help people out.
So let's get into Rev It Up now. Bradley, the first question I have for you is, how did you ever fall in love with racing from a young age, and whatever wanted you to buy a car, whatever made you want to buy a car?
Well, my whole life I've been around racing. When I was really little, my dad would have always have the NASCAR races on. I'd watch that, fell in love with it. Then he started taking me to local racetracks around here, like Deer Creek and Cresco, and kind of really fell in love with that stuff. And just I've always wanted to do it. It's the only thing I've really ever wanted to do. It's all I can think about. So I knew once I ever got the money, I was gonna get one, and got that made last year, and here we are.
So, speaking of you growing up, who were some of your idols growing up, going to the local racetracks around here that might still be racing today or maybe not racing anymore?
Well, the first time I ever went to Deer Creek, it was with my dad, and he told me when the modifieds were rolling out for hot laps, he said that there was Orange 50, and he said, "Watch the 50. He's really good." And it's Brandon Davis, and he's always been the guy that I watched. So he's the man around here, and he just decided to start running the national tour stuff this year, and he's doing pretty good with that. If he could get some luck, and it's really cool to see him doing that kind of stuff.
So, you bought the car this year. Would you like to tell the folks what kind of car it is and where you got it and what made you want to get into a B mod instead of any other classes?
Well, it's a 2020 Skyrocket with 25 updates that I bought from Caden Brunner and his dad Brian. It's got balance speed shocks on it. It's got a 355 small block Chevy that I bought from Harley Dice and his family, built by BK Engines. I wanted to get in the B mods just because I eventually want to get into A mod here in the next few years. So just I figured B mod would be the most experience that I guess I could put into and learn for the modified stuff. And then hopefully, if we can ever get into a late model ride, that would be the ultimate goal. But I mean, that's gonna be pretty tough to get into, I think.
So, Bradley, you were telling me that your car was owned by a legend before Caden Brunner. Who was that owned by? And a USMTS legend from Fertile, Iowa.
Well, it was originally an old Nine Times car. It was Kelly Shryock. It was his personal car. He built it. So it's got some special stuff on it from what I was told. I think he ran it from 2020 to, I'm assuming, 2022, because I think Caden got it when I think it was 2023, middle of the season for that. So Yeah, it's a good car. It's got a lot of nights on it, but I think it's still pretty good.
Being your first year in racing, what are some challenges that you got when you bought the car and from this point now to having the car on the track?
Well, just at the beginning when I bought it, I mean, I've sat in the stands my whole life. I've never gotten to really work on them, but I've always tried to do my research to see what's going on with them, but until you get one, you really don't have a clue. So just working on it, trying to figure out what's going on with it, what I can do, what I can't do. And just now that I've done all that, I built the whole body on it, went through the whole car. I mean, just having that experience is always going to help you.
What are some of the most challenging parts that you found working on it yourself?
Well, since I'm the only one that works on it, I mean, you got to figure out ways where you can do it by yourself because there's some stuff that it'd be nice to have people around to help you, but you just don't have that. So, I mean, you got to jerry rig some stuff where you can do this while it's doing, I mean, just random stuff. And yeah, it would be nice sometimes to have help, but I mean, when you're doing it yourself, you can kind of appreciate it more when you're actually doing good. So when you're running good and you know it was mainly you that worked on it the whole week, it's just a good feeling.
What is the most hardest part of doing the body? Because I know that you just bought the sheet metal and you put together the body, cut it, and all that. What was the hardest part about doing that?
Well, just kind of figuring out all the heights that you needed on it for ground clearance so it don't hit and just wreck everything. I mean, the way it was, I didn't really like how it was set up, so I kind of changed all the body mounts for the deck and everything, and I wanted more rake on it because they didn't have much. So I dropped the front an inch, dropped an inch out of the middle, and redid it all. So it's kind of how I wanted it. And yeah, the deck was a little bit challenging because I had to cut some of the cockpit out to be able to make that work since I dropped it more. And then the nose, just the heights and stuff to get that where it would work and not hit the ground. Other than that, I mean, the hood was kind of a little bit challenging, but in the end, I think it turned out pretty good.
Now, can you lay out your path for us to your future, what the upcoming years might look like, for say the next 5 years, what Bradley Munkel Racing might look like?
Well, hope this year I'll just be running my car, hopefully. If hopefully we don't get any wrecks or anything that wreck the car and bend it all to hell and motor holds together, we'll run this thing this year and if it's still good, we'll run it next year and then after that, I don't know how it'll be. We might have to get another car or hopefully we just run this one again, but hopefully just 3 years in the B mods and see where we're at and maybe we can get an A mod and try our hand in that.
Where can the people find you at this year, racing wise?
Well, we're mainly gonna be at Deer Creek since it's only 25 minutes from here. I mean, I grew up there. It's the track that I know the best. Um, so we'll be there a lot. Go to Mason City probably every now and then. Probably go to Fountain City, Mississippi Thunder every now and then. Cresco will be there whenever they race, just cause it's home and that stuff's just fun to me since I know a bunch of people. And then we'll probably go to Decorah every now and then, maybe hit some other tracks. We're just kind of not really on a schedule. We just go when I want, when I can go, and just try to have some fun.
You were saying that to me earlier that you want to hit up a lot of fair races, being Decorah, West Union, Casson, and Cresco. Why? What do the fair races mean to you, and what would a win mean at a fair race?
I mean, the fair races are always cool because they always get the biggest crowds, it seems. I mean, you always attract more people that maybe aren't race fans to go to them, and maybe you do good enough and put on a show where they become bigger fans and come more often. But the fair races, I mean, you get the lights of all the rides and stuff in the background. it's just cool. So they always seem to pay pretty decent for them, and yeah, I mean, it's always cool when you can go to a fair race. So yeah.
What are some of the races this year that you're most looking forward to, that you would say tell the fans that are unmissed races that they should not miss?
Well, I'm obviously looking really forward to the fair race at Cresco just because I want to do good there since I know everyone. And then obviously, I don't know how we'll be at the end of the year, but we'll probably try to do the fall jamboree at Deer Creek. But other than that, I don't really know. I mean, there's some talks about some big money B mod races this year, but I don't really know what came of them. But right now, we just need some experience before we go trying to kick ass.
Now, who are some sponsors that you have to thank on the 21 machine?
Well, first and foremost, my mom and Jay. I mean, they've gave me a place to store the car and work on it since I bought it, which is good. And then Performance Bodies, they came on board with me last year when and they gave me some doors and quarters and a nose kit, which helped me out a ton. K5 Auto Repair, Brandon Knox by Cresco. You need any mechanic work done on your car, give him a shout. Then Country Life Real Estate. Um, who else? Johnson Comfort Systems, Mudslingers Construction, Rice Construction, um, Skyrocket Chassis, and it's got balance speed shocks. I think we got them all. If I didn't, sorry, I appreciate it. We're always looking for more. We got a lot of space on the car, so.
As you said, you have a lot of space on the car. How would the people that want to jump on board get a hold of you to do so?
Well, if you're ever interested in it, I got my Facebook page on Facebook, obviously. Bradley Munkel Racing, and I'm pretty sure I got my email on there where you can send me an email, and I think it's bmonkel21 at gmail.com. Just message me and let me know what you want, and I'm sure we could work something out.
And for people out there who want shirts or hats or whatever kind of apparel you have, will you have apparel coming up available here this summer?
Yeah, hopefully middle of summer we should have some shirts being made and maybe some other stuff. I don't know. We might get some, might get a couple hats or something, maybe stickers, and I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. Hopefully, I don't know when we'll get them. Maybe June, July.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Rev It Up. Bradley, thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me on.
First, we're going to thank the people who made this podcast possible. Cresco Speedway in Cresco, Iowa. They race on June 4th, June 24th, June 25th for the Blue Ribbon Classic. Carl Chevrolet Pro Late Models, along with $1,000 to win for USRE B Mods, $1,000 to win for USRE Stock Cars, $1,000 to win for USRE Hobby Stocks. As Bradley mentioned, it's a fair race, so the stands will be packed there, as you might even be able to see Bradley's car maybe in the pits afterwards. Come down, talk to him there. I'm sure he'll be willing to talk to you there. And at the Cresco Speedway on September 6th for the Tri-State Late Models, a little Labor Day special there, as they go to Deer Creek. It's a Tri-State Late Models. They go to Deer Creek on September 5th, and that'll be it for Rev It Up. Make sure you head over to the Rev It Up Facebook page, as well as Bradley Munkel Racing Facebook page. I believe I shared his picture of his car there on the Rev It Up Facebook page. You can follow his page right from there. And that's the edition of Rev It Up today. Make sure you go out there this weekend and support your local racetrack. As Bradley mentioned, the USMTS is on their Memorial Day swing here, as they go to Fayette County Speedway on Thursday, Hancock County Speedway Friday, Deer Creek Speedway Saturday, and Mason City Motor Speedway Sunday for Ironman, as well as USMTS. And Lucas Oil Late Models are down at the Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri for the Show Me 100, 75 laps for 7,500 laps for $75,000 to win. Bradley, who's your pick for that one?
Probably Jonathan Davenport. He's pretty good at that place.
Who do you think is going to be the most showing driver for the USMTS this weekend up in the our region up here?
I think for the USMTS guys, I mean, we're in the home area, Brandon Davis and the Chisholm boys, so they'll always be good, but you always got Rodney Sanders to look out for. He's always good no matter where he goes, so them guys will always be up front, so just watch out for them.
All right, so Bradley said it. Look out for the Chisholm boys, Rodney Sanders, Tanner Mullins. He's one to also look out for, and whoever else. Sometimes we get some of those guys from Texas that come up here to race. So maybe we'll see you out at the racetrack this weekend. And another one I think we got to look out for is Harley Dice. We got to know him over the last year or so. He's really improved, and we'll see if he can make some noise in the USMTS this weekend. But that's going to do it for this week's edition of Rev It Up. We'll be back Monday for the results of this weekend, and maybe we'll have an interview next week, maybe not. You guys will have to wait and see. Make sure you get out there and support your local racetrack this weekend, and we'll catch you next time. You're listening to Rev It Up.